We had Earl Spence versus Sean Porter, Unified Welterweight Championship in Los Angeles. 100 for those of you who don't know, welterweight is 147 pounds. Earl Spence came in 25 and 0, 21 knockouts. Sean Porter came in 31 and 1 with I think he had 18 or 19 knockouts if I'm not mistaken. But it was a good fight all in all. I think both fighters gave their all. It was a tough fight back and forth. I scored the fight 116, 111. I scored the fight 116, 111. Yeah, so let's get back to it. So Earl Spence was 26 and 0, as I said before. Sean Porter was 31 and 1. Both fighters were considered top 5 in the welterweight division. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to be a tough fight because I watched Sean Porter fight Ugas 6 months ago. It did look really good. I felt like Ugas could have possibly got a draw or either edged out the fight. So this was one of those fights where this is one of those fights that I think that I assumed that Earl Spence would dominate. But just like my coach always told me in the past, just like my coaches always told me in the past, that when you're the best, everybody's going to get up for you. And that's exactly what was shown in this fight, was that Sean Porter couldn't get up for Ugas, but was able to get up for Earl Spence. And with that said, let me go ahead and play what Earl Spence's thoughts were after the fight. Let you hear him with continue.
Congratulations on the victory. My question for you is, when you scored the knockdown, it was seemingly a very close fight up to that point. Did you feel like that gave you a little bit of breathing room? And then when you heard Jimmy Lennon say split decision in your heart, did you feel like you were the winner, or that maybe it might go Sean's way?
I felt like I won. Like I said, it was a tough fight. And then when I got the knockdown, I initially went in to try to, score the knockout. Like I said, if I get him hurt, I'm going to try to jump on him. But like I said, he has a lot of heart. Man, he always comes to fight. He's a true warrior. And, he came back swinging. So, I didn't expect nothing less for him just to stand his ground and try to fight back after I hurt him and scored the knockdown.
Okay, so you heard what Earl Spence said. He was going for the knockout. He was going to try to take him out, but Sean Porter was a tough out. Liam, were you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Y'all talking that boxing shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover this.
Y'all talking about football or something?
Nah. I got football still coming up, so you
Okay.
you can chime.
I'll watch a little bit of it.
Yeah, you can chime if you want to, but I'm gonna go through it real quick. So Earl Spence basically just said that he would like to that he wanted to knock Sean Porter out, and he dropped him in the 11th round with a beautiful left hook as Sean was trying to jump out from throwing a body combination. And I think Earl Spence caught him beautifully. He didn't really catch him the way he should have. It was a good flash knockdown because Sean was able to get right back up, and he didn't look really hurt. His legs weren't wobbly or anything, so he was able to recover pretty quick. But I think that secured the fight for Earl Spence. As I said before, I hit it 116, 111. I thought both fighters boxed beautifully. I thought Sean Porter showed his grit with being a workhorse. He was just in Earl Spence's chest the entire night. He was hitting Earl Spence to the body, to the head. I mean, bruising him like I've never seen Earl Spence being bruised before. Earl was also sticking in there close, landing that. He was taking that step back, landing that counter hook every time Sean Porter would dive in. That counter left hook, he was hitting him with the jab. I wish he would have fought a little, I guess, tall, Liam, what I'm trying to say. Because he's maybe 3 to 4 inches taller than Sean Porter. So if he would have stood up and used his length to keep Sean at bay, and every time Sean would dive in, he could have caught him with the left hook. I used to watch Mayweather do it all the time. And then once Sean would push him in the corner, Earl has a lot to learn because Earl wasn't using his check hook to move out of the corner. He was pretty much tying Sean Porter up every time, and Sean would land 2 good shots to the body and then 1 to the head. So it was pretty tough for Sean to actually get in there. It was pretty tough for Earl to get in there and get his rhythm, but he still was able to pull something from within and pull out the fight, which was amazing to me. He pulled it out, like I said, 116, 111 on 2 judges' scorecards. Sean Porter got it 115, 112. Liam, did you watch the fight?
Yeah, I watched some of it. I didn't watch all of it. On my end, I think when I was watching, it was it was a good fight. I think Spence had the edge. I thought Spence, like you had said, not a boxing guru, but I thought Spence would use reach a little bit more. Porter kind of impressed me because I thought Spence would probably knock him out. Porter kind of impressed me because he's just a real tough fighter. My whole time thinking of it, though, I know I'm probably jumping ahead, but I guess in my mind I was thinking of Spence with this fight. Who would he be able to match up with next? Would he go with Terrence Crawford, or would it be a Pacquiao fight? So the whole time, I guess my head was really getting ahead of just this fight because I just felt like he would beat Porter, and Porter was just like, it was like a net. He just, you couldn't really put him away, but, you could feel like Spence is probably the better fighter. So, I guess now since, Spence did win the fight, it's like, where does Spence go? Does he go, is it Crawford? Does Pacquiao get in there? And I think either one of those two fights would be real good for him.
Yeah, exactly.
I know I jumped the gun.
No. That's where I was going next. I think either one of those fights would be good. I can see Errol Spence, as you know, after the fight, Danny Garcia jumped in the ring. I think Danny Garcia is a good fight. He's a big name. It'll be a good pay-per-view fight. Spence can maybe pull in another 400,000 or 500,000 buys and make another $15 million. But if he want to make 20, 25, 30 million like like Mayweather and Pacquiao, I think he does need the Pacquiao fight. Because I don't even think the Terrence Crawford fight gives him that. Because Terrence Crawford is at ESPN. They're not marketing him the way they should. He's a big name as far as people knowing his talent, but he's not a big name in the mind of casual fans. And that's where you make your money, is with the casual fans. See, the hardcore fans are going to watch everybody. Hardcore fans are going to watch Leo Santa Cruz, Gary Russell, Usyk, all these guys. But it's your casual fans, and that's what Floyd wanted. Floyd was able to get the casual fan to come in. So I think if Errol Spence can pull in Pacquiao, and Pacquiao might jump on it now, because Errol Spence was one of those guys where everybody felt like he was invincible. And now that Sean Porter gave him a tough fight, maybe Pacquiao is thinking like, hey, I probably could take this guy out like I did Keith Thurman. And he might give Errol Spence that fight. So this could be a blessing in disguise for Spence, or it could be one of those deals where he showed a lot of grit where Pacquiao is like, man, even if I hurt this guy, he's going to keep coming forward. So I think you kind of led me in the right direction with as far as where I think Errol Spence is going to go and what I think is next for him. He's now the unified champion, IBF, WBC. The next thing is for him to get the WBA belt, which Pacquiao has, or the WBO belt, which not Sean Porter, but Terrence Crawford has. But the problem is Terrence Crawford is with a whole nother company. Earl and Pacquiao and Sean Porter and these guys with PBC, and Terrence Crawford is on the other side of the street by himself with ESPN. So they have to figure something out. Because I heard Earl Trainer say the other day that it's hard to make the fight because Crawford is not big enough yet. So when Pacquiao and Mayweather came together, you had HBO and Showtime come together to do a joint broadcast because you had almost $500 million involved. So everybody's going to eat good, But in this fight with Terrence Crawford, there's probably only $30 to $40 million. So if you pay Errol Spence 15, you pay Crawford 15, ESPN and Fox, $10 million is not worth them doing it. It's not worth those guys doing it. They could make $10 million with people in their stable. So, yeah, I think that's next for Earl. And I think, and one more thing, I think it's a possibility that he could move up to 154 and take on J-Rock. J-Rock just beat Jarius Hurd for the IBF and WBO titles at 154, and I think he can move up to super welter and try to grab those belts in another weight class. So, and the last thing I have on boxing is a great fight on the undercard was David Benavidez, who was 21-0 with 19 knockouts, defeated Anthony Durrell, who is a possibly Hall of Famer, a guy that had cancer, who fought back from it, became the two-time super middleweight champion at 168. He suffered a bad cut through this fight. I think it was in the third or fourth round. The cut was right over his eyelid, and they eventually stopped the fight because he couldn't really see out of his left eye. So that was a great fight. David Benavidez is somebody to look forward to. I think he's going to be taking on Caleb Plant maybe next. So with that.